Well, let's come on down to this here. I figure after last year's rant, why not make a rant on this year like I promised? Even though this year has been a slight improvement over last year, I'd figure there's still so much more to hate about this year that I'll get into. I mean, it's not all the untimely deaths we've had, or Trump's our president, or every movie sequel that comes out just proceeds to get boring after the next, like with this thing called franchise fatigue. Like, what the hell is franchise fatigue anyway? And even though we haven't lost too many celebrities like last year, we've still lost a whole bunch. You name it. Like Tom Petty, I guess. Bill Paxton. You name it, it's like there. I mean, really, like, why does everybody have to go? But I will get back to that as soon as I can. Well, I mean, I'm saving the best for last, just because, I mean, somebody that's been pretty close to YouTube and just the internet, it's related to that. But this is just some of the crap that got me despising this year. But I don't know if most of y'all will agree with my opinions, but yeah, I'll just list them as is here. First thing this year was, if y'all seen the Oscars, La La Land was at first announced Best Picture, but then Moonlight won it. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on that. But yeah, I'm pissed off about that. Like, just by the fact La La Land lost Best Picture and Moonlight got it. Now, the reason why I wanted La La Land to win Best Picture, and it did temporarily, was just because I thought La La Land was the greatest film out of all of 2016 compared to all the other crap that just tanked here and there. Like, nobody else cared about these other films. But, I mean, we've had so many good films from last year, especially Zootopia and, frickin' Marvel, because those are the films that most of everybody cares about. But, yeah. Like, why did you have to choose Moonlight? Like, it's not even that familiar. Like, I've personally seen the movie. Like, I saw it on rental. I mean, the movie was fine, but why does it deserve to win the Best Picture Oscar? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, especially by the fact that you cannot have the Best Picture unless the director's also nominated. I mean, the director for La La Land won, but he did not win the Best Picture. Like, what is wrong with this world? Like, all thanks to what you just did, like, compared to Steve Harvey, like, when he announced the wrong name for Miss America, you just screwed yourself over. Because, for the record, I am not watching the Academy Awards ever again, all thanks to that frick up. Like, I don't know if I blame Leonardo DiCaprio for it. Because, I mean, he didn't get his Oscar up until 2016 for The Revenant. And yet, for all his other films, he got nominated for one. But didn't win a single one up until, like, last year. And, that was a good win. But not this F up here. So, piss on it. But yeah, to me, it should have won instead of Moonlight. Like, I mean, seriously. Could this possibly get any worse? Well, unfortunately, this year has. Because if you didn't know about this year, apparently we've had a bunch of catastrophes happening after another. Like Hurricane Harvey. And then next up you have the Las Vegas shootings, and then the California wildfires, and the list goes on and on. Has the world come to an end by this point? I mean, really. Especially when you add up all the damages done, and the total just comes out to, like, a certain amount, like, well over billions of dollars in damage, Or just almost trillions. I mean, really. Like, I'm just thinking, how are we not bankrupt? I think most of y'all won't get what I'm talking about, but I'm just venting out this year. I know it's a longer video than my last one, but I just want to get all the details out as best as can. And yeah. Anyway, life does go on. Like it goes on, for some reason I feel like it just doesn't make a full recovery. It just dies a little inside, like every time something bad happens. Like, seriously, when have we gone right? I mean, especially for what has happened. And another thing that, I mean, most of y'all are bugging about, but probably not me, because who even gives a crap anyway, is just this thing called net neutrality, I guess. Something about taking away the internet, you know, having to pay for certain websites, all this kind of crap. I mean, the whole purpose of the internet is just to provide people with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different online features, like what I'm reading right here, this little notepad. But yeah, seriously, like, even though I don't relatively care about net neutrality, like, why do you want to take the internet away? The one thing that we have that we can't live without. Like, why take it away? It's probably false. Just the news and media is just out there to scare us. Disconnect this. Moving on. Another thing also this year was by the fact that Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey's careers have gone downhill just because of sexual misconducts. Like, Harvey Weinstein got fired from his company. Kevin Spacey's career has gone downhill. He got fired off of House of Cards, and some of his other movies, like one of them has been shelved, and another one, which is now out in theaters, All the Money in the World, he had his scenes taken out and reshot with another actor. Like, I know nobody's perfect, but I mean, it does take a while to recover just from such conduct. But seriously, why do these people have to get into such trouble? I mean, really. And last but not least, are you ready for it? Because I'm not. The death of one of the great YouTubers we've had. Angry freaking Grandpa. You have no idea how attached I've been to just his channel and such. Like, after the cancer diagnosis, you know, I've just been frequently checking back on his channel, just seeing what's up. Like, even though he had fought through just about everything, really, I mean, the one thing that did kill him was the cirrhosis and the ammonia levels and all this such. And, you know, I thought for sure, you know, he would just make a recovery, but most people were like, nah, he's gonna die. And guess what? You all forecast it. Like, why do you have to take away the greatest YouTuber that has ever lived? I mean, to fart, to smash, you know, just be cathartic and such. Like, why do you have to take away the greatest YouTuber that ever lived? Like, even though I have been watching his channel for about 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years, like, why does he have to go? I totally get he was sick, but apparently he got his ass kicked. They stabbed and stabbed and stabbed him until he was dead. And now he's gone, wiped out from the face of the earth. And now his family is in grieving. Like, I pay my respects to him. Just saying. But I mean, seriously, why does this kind of bullcrap have to happen every year? Like, I swear to God, if you mess up next year, after the next, after the next, after the next, you know, I see no point in living anymore. I'd rather blow my brains out. Not that I would, out of just the disgrace these years have given us. But, you know, just thinking, how else can I go on with just all this crap happening in the world? Well, I mean, in the end, so many people change and such. Even though stuff happens, life does go on. Just to let you know. Even though I don't personally take it for granted. Even though I keep saying that, I feel like it just dies a little inside. It doesn't make a full recovery. You know what I'm saying, right? But yeah. That's all I'm going to vent on. Just got out my frustration and just all this other crap hooked to it. But yeah, not as bad as last year, but I'd figure why not put this video together just to talk about my thoughts on this year. So yeah. Happy holidays, happy new year. I wish you all the best of luck in 2018. Oh yeah. And continue to wave 2016 proudly in the wind. And a little bit of this year too.